Well, good morning. Tom and Jane here. I was gonna go live and play a little bit, but I was totally like avoiding the public the social networks. I'm blocked. I'm banned Twitter. I'm gonna have to create a new account, something, and Facebook. Blocked until February 6th or something like that. Um, I wasn't even looking at the news anywhere. Eh, and I went to look at the weather. Like, I'm in no hurry to get over there this morning until it warms up a little bit. It was pretty cold. It was like 37 just now. And I was looking at the Weather Channel, and there was a story just 14 hours ago, which would put it probably yesterday afternoon in Brazil. Brazilian mining dam collapse leaves at least 9 dead, hundreds missing. Now I know this is not gonna like go anywhere but the Weather Channel, so I might as well tell the story on my channel, right? Um, Downstream, 9 bodies had been recovered by early Saturday. About 200 people are still missing in the aftermath of the collapse. Dramatic video from the scene showed multiple people trapped in the debris and car and structures destroyed. At least 9 people are dead and scores of others missing after a mining dam collapsed in southeastern Brazil. I read that. They just took the first paragraph apart. The collapse occurred at Correio de Feio mine near Brumadinho, about 250 miles northwest of Rio de Janeiro, in the Brazilian state of, I think this is pronounced Minas Gerais. It's where all the stones you're going to be walking around, all the Brazilian stuff, pretty much is from there. The mining that all the Brazilian stuff that's going to be all over town this week and next and the week after that is from there. The mining company that operates the dam said. Rescuers used helicopters Saturday to search for survivors in a huge area buried in mud. Most likely from now on, we're mostly going to be recovering bodies. Yeah, there's more than 9 dead. That's most of the people that are missing are going to turn up in mud. Said Ramu Zima, the governor of the state of Minas Gerais. 9 bodies have been recovered by early Saturday, Associated Press reported, citing a statement from the governor's office. Up to 200 people are thought to be missing. Via Puerto, a community downstream from the collapse, appeared to be the hardest hit, but evacuations were also ordered for parts of Brumadinho. The flow of reddish-brown waste also hit an administrative office for the mining company. That stuff's probably toxic as hell, too. I've never seen anything like it. Josiel Rosa Silva Tabas, president of Brumadinho Residents Association, told AP it was horrible, the amount of mud that took over. About 300 employees were working when the dam collapsed. Bale CEO, Bale, is that the name of the company? CEO Fabian Schwartzman, Schwartzman, said in a news conference about Friday evening, about 100 have been accounted for. Oh, so that's the ones that are missing. The principal victims were our own workers, Schwartzman said. He said many were eating at a restaurant that was buried by the mud at lunchtime. Schwartzman said he did not know what caused the collapse. Brazil's president, that's nice to step in. Their new Nazi, their new Hitler. Jair Bolsonaro said in a speech posted to Twitter that the government was taking all possible steps to minimize the suffering of families and victims. Bolsonaro said he planned to tour the area by helicopter Saturday. Reuters said that the dam held 1 million cubic meters of mining waste byproduct, much less than the 50 million cubic meters that rushed out of the dead. Oh, this is not, there was another one 4 years ago. Rushed out of deadly mining collapse in Minas Gerais in 2015. That collapse of the dam, also operated by Bale SA. I have to look up these guys. Killed 19 people. So these guys also polluted waterways with toxic waste. Wall Street Journal reports. Oh boy, these guys, that's 2 from the same company. The 2015 collapse left 250,000 people without drinking water. Yeah, the waste from the 2015 disaster contained high levels of toxic heavy metals and left 250,000 people without drinking water and killed thousands of fish, probably more like millions. Video from social media showed widespread destruction, people trapped in a mountain of mud-choked debris. Rescue operations by land and air are ongoing. One television station showed a helicopter hovering inches off the ground as it pulled people covered in mud out of the waste. Yeesh. In another video, trains, cars, and pieces of structure were seen tossed about the river of debris. Wow. Yeah, pulling people out of the mud with a helicopter. Fucking amazing. Weather was not a factor in the collapse. Area of the collapse is below average for rainfall for the last 30 days, receiving just over its rain. According to, yeah, that was why it wasn't. And Vale is like Brazil's giant mining company. Let's see what Vale is all about. Okay, so this did make the big news overnight though. NBC had it 5 hours ago. CNBC had it 3 hours ago. Little things had. Financial Times had it because it's a mining company. Caused it. Let's see where is it in the news? 200 people, 7 bodies recovered. That's CBS. CBS had it yesterday. Okay, so we're totally late on the draw. Are you still here, Lowell? It's a small world these days. What happens in Brazil affects us in America. What happens anywhere, our technology is killing us. The word of the day, anthropogenic. This change that's caused by humans. Now, another word to dwell on is homeostasis, and that's balance. Matter and energy can't be created or destroyed. It can only be changed in form, and that's what they do. and there's a balance. This is a big molten rock that's spinning around in outer space, and only the crust is solid. Inside's hot, melted metal, and spinning. and carbon life forms need certain, the aerobic carbon life forms. A lot of stuff, let's go mine the asteroids. There's a lot of it. We're making a mess. We are just totally making a mess, Joe. Mine the asteroids. we need to like not be using so much metal. We need to be using the biomass more efficiently, turning green matter into plastic that's durable, and leave shit in the ground. We need to leave this stuff in the ground, especially the petrochemicals. That's what we're harming. We're harming the biophysical cycles of the planet by attempting to harness nature the way we do. It's just not working. And what's it? It said the What was the report? It said 13 years. No, this is real. How does this? The fourth National Climate Change Assembly, the climate. These guys, it's. We're seeing, and this was predicted in the 60s and 70s by NASA and them, that we'd see an increase in the intensity of storms, and I haven't looked at the data to see how much tectonic and volcanic increase there's been. It seems to me it's been kind of quiet. There's been some major eruptions, but it doesn't seem to be like, I haven't been like any real big earthquakes. A lot of small ones, especially around places where they're fracking. And animals are dying all over the place. Fukushima hasn't even started to kill yet. And you're sitting there telling me, oh well, mining's. Well, in 1963, they were just getting that geared up, and they decided that wasn't going to be profitable, and they wanted to have dirty bushwalks instead. We could have had that going on by now. The Eisenhower and Kennedy both had like big vision about expanding our society under the ocean and into outer space and all kinds of places. They wanted to build in the Arctic and everything, and just adapt to the environment. And it didn't happen because it was these guys are making bombs and making money off of it. And as long as there's money in war, and people are stupid enough to fight them, it's going to be war. I really was gonna just play a little music. I got a new flute. I didn't want to talk about the news. I was a bit avoiding. Trying to get in the right frame of mind for selling stones, being real smiley and happy, and oh, look at my beautiful stones, and please buy them. Thank you so much. Come again. We're hoping that I've been going to the show all week. I think I've been there 2 days, 3 days. Now I forget. Yeah, we're hoping that today is going to be some business. There hasn't been a lot of business yet. No. No, don't want to go there. Totally don't want to go there. Yeah, like I said, I was avoiding that kind of energy at all. Just completely avoiding it. And there it was on the Weather Channel. So, I mean, I've really been avoiding the news. The government shutdown got voted out, but it didn't get any funding for the wall. So is he still going to make our emergency call a state of emergency that isn't a state of emergency? And then what if the rest of the country says, hey, fuck you, you know, what's that one amendment that if he's mentally unqualified, they can remove him? Do I have any fire agates for sale? Oh yeah, man, got plenty. That's I we have. Oh, that'd be really good because some kids showed up. They just dug a bunch. Got a lot of, and he's got some nice specimens. He's got little bitty ones about that big that you know, we're thinking, you know, quarter a piece for $1 to sell those, and then some bigger ones on up to maybe some of the specimens. There's one specimen that's not going anywhere for less than about $25 or $30, and then the rest of the specimens would be like 5 to 10 mostly. And there's a few pounds. I only have finished stones of my own. It doesn't belong to me. How much did you have in mind to spend? You know, this is not a consignment to me. He probably, you know, well, I don't know if he might. No, I don't think he has that much. Well, what kind of price per pound did you have in mind? You know, and we probably could do the bigger specimens for about $50 a pound. I don't know. I'd have to talk with him. I don't know how proud he is of it. We discussed what we figured would be an easy retail price for him, and we hadn't really discussed wholesaling it. Oh, good. Yeah, guess what, man? Yeah, well, nobody's can come near me at that show with any kind of violent intent to get anywhere but hurt bad. A lot of big Mexican men around there that work for the place. Yeah, you know, I don't, you know, how. See, I only have the options of put user in timeout or hide user on this channel. I can't ban them. No, it's like I'd like to be able to just like click on their shit and go to their channel and block them. A lot of them I can't even find a channel. I wanted to play some music this morning, and now I'm totally like blown from there. Let's try again. Let's see if I can get them both going. I never do it right together. Click go to channel. It doesn't say go to channel. Good morning, Bob Dog. It doesn't say go to channel anywhere. It says report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user to this channel, and remove moderator. Well, that's just on you. uh, and then you click on it. You know, they're not. That's all that's there. It doesn't say go to channel anywhere on mine. Let's do this. I'm gonna put one on the head. Click the three dots. I did. That's what I'm telling you. It says report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, or add moderator. Let's see what it says here. Oh, maybe see, I got no controls of anything. Yeah, here's the New York Crimes. See if it's gonna block me. U.S. climate report warns of damaged environment and shrinking economy and flooded cities. I don't know if it went that far. I didn't really read it. You bitches. You're gonna black it out on me. You've reached your limit. Oh well. I really don't want it to go losing. Yeah, I know. I do see the dot. I'm telling you, under the dots, when I click on the dots, my options are report, remove, put user in timeout, and that's only a short timeout. It's 300 seconds or something. Hide user on this channel, but I don't think that blocks them. Or add moderator. What's going on here? Custom. Oh, we don't need to have that open. Well, let's see what's in my. Let's see what's in my news, in my personal email news. So the stuff my subscriptions. Well, where's my fucking telephone? I haven't used any minutes. Where's my fucking phone? I better check and make sure it even got ordered. I have this. I have, I get a Obama phone because I'm old and poor, so I qualify. But it got wrecked. The phone got wrecked. Okay, what's the Krasenstein? Ed and Brian Krasenstein. Liberal resistance. How do people trump Donald Trump? They're podcasting now. And they want money. I read it for free at Twitter. Hip churches, great if you're straight, but most hide their LGBT policies. Culturally relevant contemporary worship churches talk a good welcome game, but don't deliver. And then there's a Julia Serrano piece, reframing transgender desistance debates. And then there's those of us who kind of lived with it as long as we could, and then finally came out, and then they're telling us we're trans-trenders. How homophobic do you have to be to burn kids' books? A man with entirely too much time on his hands walked into a public library in Iowa. Come on. Checked out LGBTQ books, children's books, went home, and filmed himself burning the library's books. This man filmed himself for 29 minutes ranting about LGBTQ people and read from the books. He went on to rant about how filthy and disgusting the books were. His name is Paul Dorr, and he runs a blog titled Rescue the Perishing, which is also an anti-LGBT and pro-life group. He calls himself a Christian. He went to the Orange County Library the same day as their Pride Parade, which was October 19th. After his lengthy rant, he began to drop the books into the fire, dropping the copy of Two Boys Kissing into the fire. That one won't be going on the shelf anymore. Throwing This Day in June into the fire. Orange City Library, you will not be taking that one out to kids. Explaining his actions, I cannot stand by and let the shameful adults at the Orange City Library Board bring the next group of little children into foul sexual reality without firm resistance. All righty then. We pretty much determined that more strident your anti-LGBT messages, the more likely you're going to get caught queer or kitty kiddling or chasing women that don't want it. Beating your wife, kids, that kind of shit. Well, it's probably time for me to go and cook some breakfast and get downtown. So I'm going to go live from the show a little later. If we got any actual buyers instead of idiots. So happy day. Thanks for coming. Bye.